Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. As you can see, I am starting to craft up the components for this Dyson Swarm. And I am just kind of going down the line. I'm starting with the Dyson Swarm Control Center Torrid casings. We are crafting those up. Just foil, screws, and superconductor. So we did have to craft those up. All this stuff is relatively easy. And you need to research this Tesla turret, and that is just some aluminum. So that is super easy. As you can see, I don't even know how. Yep. That's probably way overclocked because we do. Yeah, only 2 seconds for that because they run on max power or UMV. Is that max? That's not max. Yeah, that's UMV. So 128 million-ish they run on. All right, so that is that. And I'm just kind of going through and just getting whatever we need. And I will probably throw it in this chest just to keep it separate. I may even throw it in a compressed chest now that I'm thinking about it. That might be... Maybe we'll do that. And then when we fly up to Horus, because we do have to fly up there, noticed a few people have mentioned Horus. That is the best one. So we will go ahead and do that. Yeah, and I don't think anything. I mean, I could be not noticing it yet, but so far I'm not really noticing anything too crazy. Just might take some time. I keep thinking, I'm like, should we speed this up? Maybe we'll speed that up when we get to... Maybe I'll do like wireless or something like that. Eventually a lot of this stuff is going to be switched over to wireless. Just haven't quite got to wireless UIV and all that stuff because they are a little bit expensive with the circuits. Not the end of the world. But yeah, you need, if you want to do UIV wireless, it does require one of those. That requires 16. I think that is... Yeah, there is no max, but there is a UXV, and then you get onto the 4, 16, and 64, and then these crazy things down here. So, yeah, I can't see myself using the lower tier ones. Basically, I can't see myself using anything lower than, like, UHE. I did do it for the Essentia Smeltery, which I still haven't managed to figure out how to get its form. I've broken it and everything, but yeah, I just thought I would try that because I had no power anywhere near this. So I was like, yeah, let's try a thing. So I have to continue working our way up the chain so I can get the research for the next tier up. So I do have a little bit of stuff I need to do for that, but yeah, other than that, not a problem. All right, so as that one's going, we'll move on to the next bit. All right, so here we go. We need 32 of these. Dyson Swarm, module, deployment, unit, superconducting magnet. It sounds like super scary, but when you actually look at the recipe, it's like, no, that's not too bad. Okay. That's a little bit. Well, you get 4. See? All right. Not that bad. A little bad. I mean, this is all stuff we have. None of this stuff is crazy. I don't even know if I have to make a recipe for any of this stuff, to be honest. And we need, we get 4 per, and we need 32. So it's 8 of those. Nope. See? Not the end of the world. But I do need something probably, yes. So I need to craft this up. Now, obviously, I don't have a recipe for this, but this is relatively easy-ish. And then, what do we need? 64 wires. I'll just do those manually. Do we even have... We have 2. Alright, I'll just do 32 of those and place them together. Why not have regular osmium wires? Apparently we don't. We never needed just regular osmium wires. Because obviously now, you can just do them directly in the wire mill. Before, you used to have to do the wires and then put them together, but now we don't have to do that. Alright, well, let me continue doing this. We also are crafting up all our space-time. And... yeah, we haven't really... I was like, we haven't really come across something that needs liquid space-time. I think we'll probably just do... I don't know how I want to do that. You know what? We'll probably just craft up more molten spacetime in the thing. That's probably what we'll do. But, alright, anyway. That is smelting up something. I don't remember what 53 is. Is that infinity catalyst? I think 53 seconds is, maybe? I honestly don't remember. We have, like, infinity catalyst in here. Well, now looking at this, I'm like, yeah, actually, that was a decent... that wasn't the easiest thing. I guess it's all the circuits. That makes sense, yeah. Alright, anyway. We will come back, and then if I run into anything too crazy, I'll let you know. Okay, so I've gone ahead, got that one, all crafted up, all 32 of them. Yes, so PICO circuits. I have decided to do a little bit of a change of direction here. I'm still going to craft up the stuff for that, but yes, each one of these PICO circuits is 500 seconds. So, I was kind of debating how I wanted to go about doing this. I was like, you know what, we can add more assembly lines. We could do that. The hydrogen coil one, I actually don't use this anymore. I'll just flip that back to our regular assembly lines and use the advanced assembly line for something else. But I think I may actually just go ahead and craft up the next tier. I think is this the final tier energy hatch? It might be that one. All right, so I think that's the final tier energy hatch. Because then max is the last tier, but I'm pretty sure these do not have... I don't think they have recipes. Here, let me... I don't think that has... Yeah, so if you look at that, it doesn't have a recipe. That has a recipe. The max one doesn't. So I believe this is the final tier. So we're one below that. So to get that, I am going to have to get electric motors. But now that we are crafting up space-time and hypogen, all this stuff, I think we are good to go with this. Now I do also, before I jump into that, I need to craft up a... Man, I'm like running out of room here. I could always add another P2P interface. I just don't feel like doing it right now. I probably will to get 12. Maybe I should just do that. Should I just go ahead and do that? I mean, it's easy enough. Yeah, 3. Alright. Basically, we do have room for that. We'll do that. maybe there. Before we'll put blocking mode on. I'm gonna have to. Actually, I think we'll be okay. I haven't done this. Putting these here was probably not the smartest of ideas because it makes this harder to band. Did I? Yes, I did the blocking mode on those, and then basically just need to connect them. So that, right click. Those should be good. All right. So I've been putting that out for a while, but it needed to be done. All right. So we'll also need to actually no, that is, I think that's good. All right. I did research the things because they were relatively easy actually. Yeah, super short. It only took a couple seconds, but I think we have most of this stuff. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Before I get doing that, I actually need to craft up one of these circuits. Yeah, that's what I need to do. So I do need Shirobon. And you get 4 per ingot, right? Yeah. So this does require 16 Shirobon. And I think I need to scan a circuit. Now, do I have any extra circuits? I don't think I do. Or I may have actually scanned this. No, I don't think I did. Alright, so I do need to scan that. And then, yeah, we'll do 16 of these. This may actually take a little bit of time here because of that part. So I'm going to have to get that sorted out as well. That metastable organism. Because that is a very, very slow recipe. So if we need Shirobon in large amounts, we are going to have to invest in a fusion reactor before that. All right, well, let me get the PICO circuit crafted up and scanned for that. We'll get our first quantum circuit, and then we will start doing the motor and the pump. The reason we need the pump is for the whatchamacallit, I was like, oh, we can get the next tier up. And then I was like, oh, no, just kidding. Yeah, we don't have white dwarf. These superconductors for the energy hatch. And what I think I'm going to do is actually get a 16 amp energy hatch. I'm just going to work towards it. We can craft all this stuff up. I just need the very first energy hatch is obviously the hardest part. Because you do need the wires, but everything else, pump, we'll get that. Superconductors, we'll get that. And then I'm going to throw this on an advanced assembly line. I think that's what I'm going to do. And we'll use that to craft up the... We'll use that to craft up the, the PICO circuits. So we can parallel them. So this is going to take me a few minutes to get this all crafted up, and we'll come back. Okay, it's actually the next morning after I let the world run overnight, and we had a bit of an issue, and this has happened like once or twice. It doesn't always happen, so I'm not entirely sure what the issue was, but for some reason the last few buckets of, it was like americium, I think. It needed like, it was just a little bit left. It was like 70,000 americium. For some reason, it didn't like register in AE, and I really don't know what the problem was, because when I went over here to look in the hatches, I thought maybe something had shut off. There wasn't anything in the hatches, so all 4 fusion reactors were completely empty, and they weren't like shut off or anything like that, like they ran out of power. So what actually ended up happening is, because AE didn't register that that little bit of plasma, the craft didn't finish. I think it was like 100 buckets or whatever, 100,000 of the exotic catalyst left. It didn't register that it completed, so the A system couldn't start a new one with the level maintainers. So a long story short, all our DTPFs turned off because we ran out of catalyst. And I don't know why. I really don't know why that happened. I don't know why that little bit of plasma didn't register. It didn't look like there was nothing in the compact, so it did craft it all up. And I really don't know, because like I said, I was sleeping when it happened, so I'm not sure what happened there. So anyway, we lost the disc out, which is a bit annoying. Actually, we have one that was still running, because this was running on... This was crafting hypogen, so it wasn't using... It's only using half a bucket. Where is the... There it is. So yeah, it didn't run out of exotic catalyst, but it's definitely not full. So yeah, that's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. I'll see if I can figure out what it was. I've had that happen once or twice for some reason. Like, I don't know if it's like a recipe that's off or something like that. I really don't know, to be honest. It was, I think there was actually 2. I think, now that I'm thinking back, I think it was nickel plasma. That's fluorine and potassium and americium. I think there was 2 things that... But they don't clash, so I really don't know, to be honest. And like I said, I wasn't at my computer to see what happened. But anyway, we'll move on from that. I do need to craft up this quantum circuit. We do have our Shirobon. We got our 16 ingots of that. That worked perfectly. But unfortunately, the other thing didn't. Now, I do have a circuit researched. I did have to kind of... I had to add... I really need to just have this done by lasers, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I know that would be much easier. It's just a pain, because I would have to bring a thing over here, a transformer over here, and then I would have to do a transformer up there. Just kind of a pain. But the PICO circuit recipe require... No, not that. Yes, 128 amps. So I had to add another hatch of that. I probably... If we need to upgrade it again, I will just do lasers. I was just being... a bit lazy. So yeah, we have lots and lots of power going into that, but we got it researched and need to craft this up. I think, yep, we have everything here. Double checking, I don't think. I don't think we need anything with exotic catalyst, so could be wrong though. I think that's Radox plasma or Radox polymer, whatever those plasmas are for. Yep. So, all right, we'll craft up the quantum circuit here, and that will unlock this quest for us. And then I can start doing the parts with this. I just kind of wanted to get these going as well. But yeah, hey, we're making some pretty decent progress here. I know, like, that is the absolute crazy part. I mean, part of me says, like, the Giga Chad token should be the kind of end to the series, but hey, I want to keep going. I am having so much fun in this mod pack. We'll keep going for as long as I am enjoying it, and then we will figure out what we're going to do from there. But long time. We still have a long time to go. All right, quantum circuit. Let me get that crafted up. I think this is like a 1,000-second recipe. Yep, we are getting into some crazy things. And the reason these are such long times, it's really to get you to like parallelize it and use advanced assembly lines and, you know, go a little bit crazier than I have with my... I know people think it's absolutely crazy. I have 2 assembly lines that I've managed to get by with up to this point. I mean, I am using advanced assembly lines for the longer ones, but for the most part, the advanced assembly lines aren't really the bottleneck. It's usually other things that's the bottleneck. All right, anyway, I am just talking away here. Let me get the quantum circuit crafted up, and we'll get the thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the UMV 16 energy hap, and I will convert that assembly line. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to convert that to craft up PICO circuits. All right, got the quantum circuit. There we go. Our first UXV circuit. They are starting to get pretty expensive, not gonna lie. But we'll have to work on producing those faster. But for now, we're gonna do this. I guess I kind of forgot to make recipes for a lot of this stuff. But overall, really not that bad. 97, 92 hypogen. Well, I have 21 million, so we're good with that for a little while. All right, and then this, some infinity. Yeah, it really isn't. There's really nothing too bad. Molten celestial tungsten is a bit of a pain. Obviously, eventually we'll get our casings up. I think UMV might be UMV the final tier. Yeah, UMV is the highest. For now, at least. There are 2 more, but they don't have recipes. Lots of PICO circuits. As you can see, we're going to need lots of these moving forward, so that is why I wanted to get this up and running. All right, well, let me make recipes for this and get to crafting. Yeah, really, the molten celestial tungsten, I think, is going to be the hardest part. We have lots of space time. We have 7,000 ingots at the moment. I am going to have to use some of them too for... Yeah. I'm going to upgrade those to space time, I think. Just because, you know, I like having that. Okay, that was actually really quick. I feel like that only took about 30 seconds to craft up. So we got that one. Go. And then pump. Yeah, like stuff is like really easy. I mean, okay, admittedly it's because I have a whole bunch of space time already crafted up, but yep, there we go. So it's already crafting up. So yeah, not too bad. All right, we do need these. Now, this might actually be a bit of an issue, thinking about it, because you need the correct tier of energy hatch. So I can't use it in the precise. I have to use it in this one. But I have the wrong... I might need to... I have like the most random places for elevators. Yeah, I'm going to have to upgrade these to UIV, and I don't have a great way to power that. Do I have, just trying to think, do I have, the only place I really have easy access to UIV is that platform that I've been using for parallel. You know, my extruders and, what were those? The mixers. I can't remember which one we were using on that one. And then wire mills. Could actually throw it right here. Maybe I'll do that. Just because I'm just thinking out loud, because this has easy access to UIV. Yeah, I probably will do that, actually. Alright, I do need to craft up... I don't think I have any UIV energy hatches. No. So we'll craft up 2 more of those. Did I get the pump? Yep, there we go. Easy. Easy. And then... yeah, we'll get... once I get this hooked up to the correct tier of power, we will start crafting those up. All right, I am crafting up the superconductor base UMV. Wasn't the worst thing in the world, but a little bit expensive. The Dragon Blood, I think, is going to be the most difficult part of that recipe. Yeah, so we're doing this one. Orundum, not a problem. Space-time, it's alright. Hypogen, not a problem. Titan Steel. Oxygen Plasma, and Exotic Catalyst. It does require a decent amount of Catalyst, but with the discount, obviously, we save a bit. But yeah, the Dragon Blood. I don't really have a setup for this. We will probably, when we get to it eventually, we will get the Fusion Crafter crafted up. But this requires each... I think you have to go through each magic mod to get to this. So that's sort of why I started working on the magic stuff. So we got our Icorium, we got our Primordial Pearl. I am going to have to do Blood Magic and Botania, but we're kind of working towards that to get that up. But I think that, yes, we got that taken care of. Actually, let's do UMV. Let's craft up. Actually, that requires 2. All right, so not too bad at all, actually. I got the assembler set up over here. So yeah, double UIV energy hatch. All right, everything. I think these, oh, maybe not. Didn't I? Oh, dang it. That would have been faster. I forgot. I moved one of the blocks on there. I forgot to restart. All right, there we go. I mean, it is 53 seconds. You do get 33 superconductors from it, so it's not like the end of the world. But I think it's pretty much everything. Oh, I haven't set up... I haven't done the hulls yet. The UMV hulls are a little difficult. Actually, that one... just trying to think. This row, you actually need to put the fluid in. I really need to get all that sorted out. Because some of these require, like, this is the crafting buffer, whereas these are not. So I think, and then that. Right, so we get UMV hull somewhere in here. Lots of wires. I do love all those recipes though. You can do them directly in the wire factory. Makes that much easier. All right, cool. All right, not the end of the world. The space-time ingots actually are surprisingly fast. I thought those would be slower to craft up. All right, well, there we go. That was easy. And our superconductor wires. I was confused for a second why we only had 25. I forgot I crafted those up. All right, so we got that. I think we have everything for the UAV energy hatch now. Is that right? Yeah. All right, so we'll craft that up. And then I will make recipes for the 4 amp and the 16 amp. And get the PICO circuits. We'll get those up and running. I just realized I'm going to need to do a dynamo as well. No! Alright, dynamos are easier to craft up because they usually only require... Is that what I want to do? That is quite expensive. Yeah, we'll just do the dynamo, I think. UMV dynamo. 16 amp. This requires base. It's not superconductors, which makes it a bit cheaper, although it does require the pumps and stuff. All right, well, I'm just going to get to crafting here, and we've done all this before, so nothing super exciting. Okay, just crafting up the dynamo part. I have the energy hatch. We got the UMV energy hatch, and then we'll get the dynamo. I did make recipes for the other stuff. I could probably actually get that going. So let's do... We'll do 16 energy hatch. There we go, and there's the dynamo. So we'll just might as well craft that up. All right, that actually wasn't bad at all. It's usually the 64 that's kind of annoying to craft up. Because you need to make recipes for this stuff. And yeah, it's just a little bit more annoying. It's just like recipes that I don't have recipes for like any of that, as you can see. So the 64 is always annoying. 16 is not too bad. So what we'll do, oops, turn around. I'm going to replace the Hypogen coil one. So I'm going to actually break all this, and then I'll just do... I'm just thinking, I'm like, I could replace those actually, but I think I'll just do a dedicated one for this, because we're gonna need, I think it needs 12, I think the PICO needs 12 amps of UMV. Yeah, so that will need 12. Actually, we probably could just do this all off of one, now that I'm looking at it. Because this will be 12 amps, and then that's 1 in 1. But, alright, I'm not going to worry about that right this second. Alright, but I do need to expand this. Thankfully, I just need to add extra things on the end. It is not too complicated. So basically just break that, and then we expand it to... How many do we have here? That's 7, so I need like 5 more. I just realized, I bet you that's not working because the hatch it's not the right hatch. Even though it can handle that with 256 amps of UEV, it's not going to work because it's the wrong... Yep. It thinks it's the wrong thing. All right, so I do need to... I do like how it empties out that specific... the items for that specific thing. Right, it actually goes on here. Yeah, so there is the UIV stuff. We also can't. Right, so cancel. Try that again. Yeah, so UEV. Right, there we go. 1 second. Alright, that wasn't too bad, was it? No, that didn't feel bad at all. Alright, so yeah, let me sort out the assembly lines and we'll get these PICO circuits going. Alright, we are back. I've got the advanced assembly line up and running. Got it connected with the 16 amp UMV. We can see it does take a decent amount of power. Now, eventually we will get this upgraded to go even faster. But for now, all I wanted to do is get the parallel going. And we kind of remove that from taking up our regular assembly lines for all the, the other random crafts. I do need to, while I am remembering that, I do need to split off one more thing. The optical assembly. I need to put that on its own advanced assembly line. I just haven't got around to it. So we have the computers, the mainframes, and then we will do the assembly as well. Just to, they're not like, it doesn't take super long, but just to kind of split that off from those. But yeah, there we go. It uses 1 amp per slice, so it's going to use 12 amps of UMV. And we should be good. I got that is upgraded to handle 8.5 billion EU per tick, so we are good. All right. Anyway, I will continue crafting up the parts for the Dyson. I think we are up to this part. And after that, most of it, like, this is just frames. That coils we already have. Frame. I mean, this doesn't require circuits, so that doesn't require circuits. We'll see. I don't know if we, yeah, I don't know. I think this is... Yeah, I don't know if... I think this is the last thing the last part that required these deployment things is the last part that requires PICO circuit. So I think we might get this crafted up next episode, actually, now that we have upgraded this to produce those much, much quicker. But yeah, we'll check that out next episode. Anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.